Hey guys, how you guys doing? How are you? Why is it every time I get ready to start doing some commentary, I get some calls. But we're gonna put my phone on do not disturb. Hold on a second. So people stop disturbing me. Okay, I just put it on do not disturb. All right. Let me say hello to folks in the chat. Um, hey Steph, hey Nakenya, hey Kimberly, hey Leisha, hey Sierra, hey Nosy Rosie. Hello everybody. How are you guys doing today? I am just getting on. We should be, well, tomorrow we should be having a special guest, one of the attorneys from the case, from YSL case. I asked him if he would do us the pleasure of showing up in the case, and he said, yeah. He said, yeah. But the good thing is, y'all, we cannot talk about the actual case. We cannot ask questions about the actual case because it is an open case. So we're going to focus on other things, okay? Just do me that huge favor. And let's keep our questions to basically, just stuff, question you may have, something you may have questions about, you might want to ask him as far as the criminal justice system. So if you have any questions, just come on and can you guys guess who it's going to be? Can you guys guess? Can you guys guess which attorney is said yes? Well, quite a few of them say yes, but I don't want to bother too many of them. I just wanted to bring somebody in because I think you guys like the fact that I bring attorneys in. So I said, okay, let me just do that, bring them in and see what you guys have to ask about. Do you know? Okay. Well, let me get started. You guys have been seeing the video that's been going viral in regarding to a man in a restaurant, looked like a fast food restaurant, standing there arguing with this lady. And then he turns around and says this. I'm going to play it a little bit. So you're going to, he says that. You said, one more thing, I'm going to knock you out. One more thing, I'm going to knock you out. On my grandmother, I'm going to knock you out. And then he started wailing punches on the lady. Y'all heard that, right? He said, I'm going to play it again. He said, oh, my grandma, say one more thing, I'm going to knock you out. One more thing, I'm going to knock you out. On my grandma, say one more thing, I'm going to knock you out. Then he took a whole fist and went way back, punch her once, punch her again, and then punch her a third time. Everybody in the store start running out of there, right? Every man that's in there, I seen a couple of older men, was in there, they ran out. I looked at the man that's making the food in the back, behind the glass. He didn't do anything. Nobody did anything. Nobody did not one thing. The only brave individual that did something is a 14-year-old boy, her son. All the grown men that could have just stopped him, before he even hit her, say, hey, young man, don't do that. Don't talk to the lady like that. Don't do that. No one, not one soul, but a 14-year-old came to her rescue. And I was I'm gonna play the I'm gonna play. She says, "I'm glad because they could have stopped it." Yeah, they could have stopped it. Um, I'm gonna play. Okay, they had a press conference with her today, and I'm gonna play the press conference because, guys, I don't want to play their videos because um, I played a couple of videos in the recently, and they've been like on me. So I said, you know what, I'm not gonna do that because I played Vlad video on my membership, and he did a copyright thing on me. So I'm just gonna use the uh, um, the words and not the video itself, because if you use the video and the words together, you will get strike. And I'm not trying to get any strikes, okay? So I am going to do it this way, the cowardly way. All right. So I'm gonna go play the they had a conference today, and I'm gonna play the conference, and then we're gonna have our reaction to all of this because I really want to hear what you guys have to say about this, because we women um, go through a lot, and we're just gonna have it's not gonna be male bashing at all. It's more gonna be more of, like a dialogue of certain things and certain rights, certain things that it's just not right. Okay. All right, we're gonna go ahead and play this, and then I'll come back.
I'm just spelling my name, Ari, Attorney Ari Williams, A-R-I Williams, common spelled. Thank you all for being here today. I want to first thank the Cook County State's Attorney, Kim Fox, for doing the right thing and dismissing the charges. This is what justice looks like. I also want to acknowledge everyone who has been impacted by this in any way. To everyone who has supported Ms. Hood and her family through this trying time, we thank you. Yesterday, criminal charges of first-degree murder were dismissed against Ms. Hood and her 14-year-old son, rightfully so. Now that she is free, we think it is important that her story is told and that she is heard. Hello, everyone. I'm Carlisha, Carlishia. Last name is Hood, Hood. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support for me and my family. On June 18th of this year, my life changed. My son's life changed. I've experienced pain in many ways that I would never have thought, never. What happened to me was totally unnecessary. Never in a million years would I have imagined being brutally attacked, beaten, and then arrested. I am thankful that the Cook County State's Attorney dismissed the case. I am also thankful to have my son with me and by my side, and also his charges being dismissed. I thank my family for supporting me and the people all over the world. The people did not play. And I just thank God everything was revealed. And just everybody who has been praying and rooting for us, I just thank God for them. That did not go unnoticed. You are all not forgotten. And we are praying for all the families affected by this horrible tragedy. I am now in the process of healing and putting my family's life back together. During this trying time, we ask if, we could please have space to rest and recover from this life-altering situation. And that you all continue to keep us in your prayers. In the near future, I will be able to respond to outpouring of support. Again, I just need a little time to heal and to just get my life back with my baby. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. That's it.
Can you imagine? Can you guys imagine? A traumatic, just horrible situation.
Oh, Jesus.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Attorney Brandon Brown. That's Brandon, last name Brown, Brown. This morning, we filed a 4-count complaint on behalf of Carlisha Hood. This complaint is being filed against the city of Chicago.
Rightly so.
And the defendant officers who were responsible for her arrest. The complaint contains counts of malicious prosecution, false arrest, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. We do not take what happened to Ms. Hood lightly, and we intend to pursue this lawsuit, and there will be additional lawsuits forthcoming. I want to add that Ms. Hood and myself, we recognize that there has been a life loss, and so we are praying for the family of this man who lost his life. I don't want that to be forgotten. We appreciate that lives were affected by this incident, and so we don't want to dilute or diminish that. However, Ms. Hood and her son, we believe were wronged, and we intend to pursue that. Ms. Hood is not going to be answering any direct questions. Myself and Attorney Williams will be answering a limited number of questions. However, once Ms. Hood has time, and keep in mind that Ms. Hood was just released yesterday afternoon, and so she needs time. But once she is able to process and reconnect with her family, she will present herself again, and we will make her available, but not right now. We're asking that you give her space. We understand that there have been a number of people going to her home, attempting to contact her at her home. We also recognize that there have been things going on in the World Wide Web that may not necessarily be genuine or without malice. And so we would ask each and every one of you out there to keep this family in your prayers. Protect this family.
Yes.
Protect this family. And I have good reason to believe that they need protection. And with that, we would open it up to any questions.
Okay, hold on a second. Before they start asking these questions, what do you think about the Cook County police officers arresting her and her son? Don't you think that the people there told them what happened in regards to the guy punching her the way he did? There is no reason for that man to wail on her the way he did. I don't care if she was cussing him out, which she was not. Even if she was cussing him out, she did not put her hands on him. And the way he punched her like a man is unacceptable. Not once did he hit her. He hit her a couple of times. He hit her a couple of times. I don't care if he chased her. The point is, that man had absolutely no right putting his hand in on that woman. And this is my thoughts, my feelings about it. This is my thoughts and my feelings. When I saw that, it disgusts me. I don't care if the son ran down the street and shot him 20 times. Imagine, y'all. Imagine you in a store. Somebody you arguing, because I don't even see, because she was telling her son to get in the car. She was telling her son to get in the car. And he said, "You get in the car." Something like, "You get in." Well, you know what? I can play the whole part. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just go ahead and play that part so you guys can hear it. Some people haven't heard it. Hold on. I'm gonna play the whole thing. Hold on. Just bear with me. He said, "Who? Get in the car?" She was telling her son to get in the car. He told the lady, "Get your food." And then she told her son, "Get in the car." And then he said, "Who? Get in the car?" Then he told her to stop talking. "You talk to me one more time." Get your food. Who? Get in the car? Hey. Get your food. Get your food. One, two, three. He did more than 3 punches, y'all. He did more than 3 punches. His anger had nothing to do with her. I think his behind was angry before he got there. Yeah, it had nothing. His Kitty Queen says, "Miss Sylvia, there are all black men today. They are all black men today, and they have very, very abusive. They are very, very abusive, and what happened to real men? No one wanted to defend a woman anymore. Women have to take matters into their own hand. We have to protect and respect our black women. My son would have did the same thing." And says, "Please." And then they were non-restricted punches. He didn't hold back at all. No, he did not. Perspective. He went all the way in, and with the harshest of punches in that woman's face. I saw her face today. She still has a mark on her forehead and on her lip. She still had the forehead. He says that did he just think he could do that in public with no consequences? I guess he's been doing it. According to people be thinking they can just approach somebody with violence. I don't know. My thing is, behind the whole thing, the way, the force that he was going at with this woman. I don't care how mad you are at her, even if she's running her mouth. You don't go and just punch her with the force that he did. I mean, he was forced. I mean, the force that behind that, it was no joke. It was to really abuse her. And he told her, "I swear on my grandmama." He swore on his grandmama, "Get your food. Stop talking to me." And I'm gonna play with some of these idiotic reporters said on this. The question they asked. Let me go ahead and play this. Hold on.
The lawsuit was filed this morning. Where? In the Circuit Court of Cook County.
legal argument.
She her attorneys are suing now. They're suing for I just missed what they said. Hold on a second. They suing for. Hold on, let's do it again.
With her family, she will present herself again, and we will make her available, but not right now. We're asking.
No, William, she did not know the woman. He did not know the woman. She was in the store. They both was in the store ordering some food. It looks like, and then you don't see the beginning of it. You don't know what happened. You don't know who started what or nothing. You don't know. All you hear him is telling her, "Woman, get your food," and then she's telling her son to get in the car, and then he says, "I swear," he says, "Get in the car." So I guess he must assume that she was talking to him when she said, "Get in the car." And then that's when he said, "I swear on my grandma, say one more thing." And boom, he started wailing on her. He started wailing. I mean, when you see the fist, it was just bam, bam, bam. That kind of force that he did on her. Let me see if I could pull it up on another station, not from YouTube. Hold on a second. I won't pull it up from YouTube because YouTube will try to some shenanigan. Hold on a second. I'll put it in here. Hold on. Hold on, wait till the commercial stops. Just a second. Just a second. It's like 3 seconds left.
Get your food! Who? Get in the car? Who? Nay. Get your food! Get your food! If you say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh my God, I say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out.
Oh, y'all saw that, right? Did y'all see that? You saw that, right? Very aggressive. All right, let me go ahead and continue with the I don't want to keep watching it because it was horrible. Yeah, Trissy, it was horrible. Hold on a second. All right, listen. And he didn't even know her. This is somebody he don't even know. Hold on.
To give her space. We understand that there have been a number of people going to her home, attempting to.
The other thing I want to tell you, people that disagree with everything with the son and the mother situation, they disagree. Do you know they've been going to her house? They put all her information out, putting her age, where she work at, all this stuff, and making threats to her. Do y'all know that? They've been making threats to her. And she is the one that was abused. Because people taking social media and doxing her and putting her information out. All over social media.
Contact her at her home. We also recognize that there have been things going on in the World Wide Web that may not necessarily be genuine or without malice. And so we would ask each and every one of you out there to keep this family in your prayers. Protect this family. Yes. Protect this family. And I have good reason to believe that they need protection. And with that, we will open it up to any questions. The lawsuit was filed this morning. Where? In the Circuit Court of Cook County.
And legal argument, presumably police went to the state's attorney's office for felony review for this case.
That is correct.
Got that approved, so what would the legal argument be?
Well,
police shouldn't have arrested her?
well, that'll be something that we'll address in the near future. But that'll be something that we'll address in the near future.
Mr.
I
Brown,
think
can
it's
you talk
addressed
to
in
us
the
a little
lawsuit,
bit?
though, so.
Can you talk a little bit about this, the way this played out? So the police had put out some video of her to turn herself in. So with that said, the police would have had to have seen her get hurt or beaten at that point. So then there's this time in between that and this viral video where we're hearing from the state's attorney, more evidence was presented over the weekend. We assume that that's the viral video, but we also know that police had some kind of video in their possession to even put out a picture or an image of her to turn herself in. So is the crux of this that there was a rush to charge? Can you kind of explain?
Okay, I'm gonna give y'all an example of what happened to me in Chicago, y'all. The same way that these police rushed to charge her, same thing happened to me. No evidence. This was in Chicago, y'all, last year. No evidence. Someone lied on me. They did not investigate. There was a video of me being on live at the time where they claim I did some sort of assault on somebody. I was live at the time where they claim that this happened. The police arrested me. I spent time, several hours in jail. So I can empathize with her in the situation because they rushed to charge me without having any evidence. And then the stuff ended up dropping because the person that lied on me never showed up to court. I had to go back and forth to court several times, from flying over from Georgia, paying an attorney of $5,000. I was stuck. I was on probation. No investigation done. None. So I can empathize with her in regards to some of the stuff, how Chicago handles things. If I was down here in Georgia, that would have never happened to me. Never. But that's what they do up there. They arrest you, and then you got to try to figure out how to get yourself out of there. So, hold on.
Explain that.
Yeah, it was an obvious rush to judgment.
It's rush to judgment.
But they would have seen this video and seen her being beaten. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Why find no fault with the state's attorney's office in terms of charging her?
Well, again, we want to thank State's Attorney Tim Fox for doing the right thing and dismissing the charges. With respect to our complaint, it is a legally viable complaint. It is rooted in the law. We understand that the concerns that people may have about the process, and we certainly share those concerns. But right now, I think it's short-sighted to take that direction, and we will, upon further investigation, we may be able to better answer that question.
So what do you believe the police did in her case, if you were to spell it out?
Right. It's in our complaint, and so we have copies here of the complaint.
Can you say it on camera?
Yeah.
What did the police do when they took her into custody? What did they do?
That's what they did. They wrongfully arrested her. And I don't want to go into great detail, and you don't have to be a lawyer to appreciate and recognize that when a woman is violently attacked by a man, an unarmed woman, that she shouldn't be arrested. And if any one of you were to replace Carlisha Hood with your mother, with your sister, with your daughter, if your mother or sister or daughter were attacked in a restaurant when she's trying to order a cheeseburger, would you expect that she would be arrested? what would you do in that situation? And so if anyone can draw any other logical conclusion from that other than that she should not be arrested, I think you understand where our lawsuit is coming from and what it's rooted in.
Well, why not? When that there's no defending what the deceased did before the shooting, but when that altercation is happening, why not leave rather than text your son to come into the restaurant?
So
You hear that? You hear that, man? Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said? So she's supposed to leave out of a restaurant like she don't have a right to be there to buy her food? He don't make any sense. When the altercation happened, why did he just leave instead of calling her son? Really? Really? Okay.
we're not going to answer that question.
I don't blame the lawyer. I wouldn't answer that stupid question either.
That'll come out later.
And I know. Sorry.
Why did Mr. leave the scene but not take the police to arrest?
So there's video of this, right? So we don't have to go into great detail. There is video that goes over the actual attack and how it transpired, right? So again, as Brandon said, if you put yourself in that situation and you see how fast everything happened, I think you can draw a reasonable inference to that question.
What would your answer be to that question?
My answer is to look at the video surrounding it. It's clear. It's clear how you see an argument. You see everything on the video. I mean, I'm not saying anything that you aren't seeing. And so you see how it transpired from this to this to this in an instant. And an individual that goes in there that don't know, that didn't plan for this to happen, that had no want for this to happen. There's many things that can go through that individual's mind. And her state of mind, I can't tell you that right now. But we're asking you to look at it from a viewer and to come up with a reasonable inference. And yet, we have a lawsuit pending.
Ms. Williams,
And things were going over in the lawsuit.
what was the fight over in line?
Nothing. She was beaten for nothing.
Well, of course, I mean, nothing would.
But it wasn't a fight.
Was that?
It just wasn't a fight.
It wasn't a fight.
Was he?
He hit her.
Start the conversation with her. Was he telling her to get out of line? I mean, we pick up a little bit of what happened, but I guess a lot of people are trying to figure out how did it build up to him hitting?
Miss Hood doesn't even understand how it built up. It was unnecessary. It was a vicious attack for no reason.
Yes, I would like to know, you said that there might be some other charges in the future. I was wondering, the excessive bond, $3 million.
Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Guess what the bond was? $3 million was the bond. $3 million. That's what the bond was for her. The man punches her in the face several times, and she had to pay a $3 million bond. Are they crazy?
And there was a number of other kind of charges, manslaughter, second-degree murder, all kinds of charges. I just find that very difficult to wrap my brain about any of this, especially for a person who has a clean record. I mean, she didn't have all these criminal charges that the other, that kind of bail. I'm just wondering, what was the state's attorney thinking? What was the judge thinking when they could just come up with something so ridiculous? $3 million. They don't get $3 million when they mow down 9 people in a church. So these other people, I've heard, because I haven't seen the video, only the snippets that's been on TV, but I've heard people talking about extra security in that store. If you're the next person in line, you're giving your money to somebody. And that person that you gave the money to, what was wrong with him that he could accept your money? He can't say, hey, look, guys, we got a line here.
I think the overall answer to your question, there are many things that were rushed in this case. There are many things that shouldn't have happened, and we agree with that. And we're thankful that the Cook County State's Attorney dismissed the charge and that she is now free. She doesn't have to worry about posting that $3 million bill, and she doesn't have to worry about those charges.
Yeah, I have a question back here. First, thank you for doing this. For you, I know this healing process is going to start. You guys can answer this, but I know she's not going to speak. But like, the community is wondering. You see this on social media. Everybody's saying, you know, what's next? You know, is this 14-year-old's going to get therapy? Like, what's happening? I know it's only a day since you've been out, but if you guys can get into that, and then also, people are concerned about, you know, retaliation, things like that, with all of this happening. What do you say to that?
Well, as far as the family getting help, we don't want to go into that, but I can assure you that they will be getting help and assistance, and we have received countless contacts for people wanting to help. So thank you for that question. As far as the threats of retaliation, that have been going out, we are aware of those threats. And again, we talked about it earlier. We're asking that you keep this family in prayer. We're asking that this family be prayed for, that they be protected. I think one of the things that I don't want to fail to mention is the number of people in this community, in our community, throughout the city of Chicago, fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, grandfathers, they are with this family. And I strongly and I truly believe that this community is going to protect this family. And so any threats being made against this family is being made against the entire city of Chicago and the entire Black community. And so I while we're praying for the family, and we understand that people are hurt, I think it should be noted and known that this community, this city has stood up for this family and stood up for this woman and her son. I don't want to go too deep and say the wrong thing, but should the fathers and sons of our community, of the Black community, come together, it's a sleeping giant. And so I know we have many members from the church community here. We join everyone in prayer. But we will pray for those who would threaten harm against our brothers and sisters.
Will there be a victim's compensation sought? And I would like to add, please do not post the children's pictures. You know, that's just the media blurred out on my nephew's pictures, but people were doing it. So I was just asking, even on my social media, do not post the children's pictures. So that advantage of further. But victim's compensation.
That's something that's still under consideration. We're not at a position.
What would you say to people who may not be familiar with the legal particulars of this case? What would you say to people who feel like, why a lawsuit? Why not just walk away? The case got
walk
dismissed.
away.
What would you say to those people who feel like the dismissal should be enough in terms of recompense?
What?
Yes. Well, certainly the position is appreciated. I guess I would say put yourself or your mother or your sister or your daughter in those shoes. It's simply not good enough for a woman of the community. And keep in mind, we're not going to go into the details of Ms. Hood, but this is an upstanding citizen. She is a servant. She is a steward of this city. She was brutally attacked and she was arrested and she shouldn't have done an hour in jail. So put yourself in that situation.
Everything I worked hard for being tarnished.
So that's what we would say to them.
Guys, I know you said it's in the clip, but so we have it on tape. Prosecutors approved these charges. You have a homicide. People responsible left the scene of that homicide. What did the police do wrong in arresting this hood?
We're going to direct.
Wow. Did you hear that? What did the police do wrong?
Again, as we've mentioned, we will represent Ms. Hood at a later date. But as far as anything to the substance of the complaint, we ask that you review the complaint. We lay out our version of the facts and the legal arguments in the complaint. We think it's sufficient and substantial. And any question that you have, we'd ask that you review the complaint first. What we don't want to do is have a nuanced legal discussion here at a press conference. While I appreciate that everyone here is sophisticated, we would never leave if I broke down the legal detail and the legal nuance of how what the law is for malicious prosecution and false arrest in the state of Illinois. So please, we ask that you just take the complaint as sufficient. And at a later date, we can talk further about it.
Do you have an answer from the attorney's office about why initially the charges came down, since if you look at the video, you're explaining that she's the victim of this. So where is the basis of the charges to begin with? What was incriminating about it?
Yes, I think the video speaks for itself. I think everybody saw the video. The entire country has seen the video. We, as we have mentioned, we thank the state's attorney's office for doing the right thing and dismissing the charges. And unless...
but why were they filed in the first place?
That's something.
Attorney not personally involved in that. So how did she? What did she do?
So again, we want to thank the Cook County State's Attorney's Office for dismissing the charges. I think now is a good time to wrap up the press conference. We thank you for your questions.
Mr. Brown, what if that viral video never surfaced?
We thank you for your questions.
Sir, what if that viral video never surfaced? Do you think the charges would have been dropped?
We thank you for your questions. Thank you for your time.
He tired of them.
I want to be considerate to my clients. This was a great sacrifice and a tremendous effort for her to be here today before you. So we're not going to take any more questions. Her family is here as well. I think now is a good time to conclude. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for being here.
I've never seen it.
Wow. Y'all, what do y'all think? Give me, I'm going to put the link in. You guys been talking and I have to give my reaction because this is crazy. I feel that they should get sued. They should get sued because they did that rush to arrest. They didn't do any investigation. They just arrest the woman. Didn't even look at the video. They just arrested her. And her son. Yeah. You're right, Stephanie. Their whole lives have changed. Their whole lives have changed. It's ridiculous. Does anyone want to come up and say something? Should I just shut up and get off the live? Casanova was sentenced today, guys, to 188 days, which is 15 years in prison for racketeering and narcotic offense. You know that all these rappers are getting sentenced with racketeering. He was cut in the face last week, yeah. His life is in danger, they said. Because he won't join a gang. Well, I just got news that the the race car driver. Hold on, hey Mike. Mike, good afternoon, Mike.
Yeah, hey, how you doing, Sylvia?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Man, that's a cold situation out there with the Chicago thing with the lady. Man,
It was
I
terrible.
think yeah, it's terrible. And I don't know if y'all seen I don't know if it was in Houston or somewhere in Texas where uh, um, a black lady she got shot through the door by for just knocking on somebody's door.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't charge the person the other lady who shot her until like days later too. They got an outcry from the community.
Yep.
So that that's like I said, the justice system is super biased. Like they like with her situation. I don't know how long they got the. How quick did they get the tape? You know the surveillance tape. Do you
It's
know?
supposed the same day it was supposed to be in there because there was somebody there.
Okay, now I understand. You know they have to arrest her and maybe take her down to the station and you know see what
And
evidence that they have.
let her
But
go.
yeah, and let her go exactly. But to charge her with murder after seeing the video, come
And
on now. I don't.
then give her a $3 million bond.
Yeah, that's a super slap in the face. Like where they do that at? Yeah, and the guy. I'm not trying to say he deserved to lose his life over that situation, but I don't know where he was raised or who raised him, but he
Ooh.
was super wrong for that. She that putting it he socked her like, he socked the shit out of her, and he
Mhm.
kept on. So the son,
It wasn't no
I
slap.
see.
It wasn't no slap. It was
Yeah,
a
I mean,
punch.
my bad. I misspoke. He punched the shit. He gave it to her quite a few because I seen the full video. And
Hmm.
me personally, I grew up with my mom. Single parent, raised by my mom, and same situation. I would have did the same thing. It's just reaction. She didn't look like no young, tenderoni. She looked like, she looked at of age. He was wrong. You know what I mean? And I'm not justifying like he should put his hands on a woman. He shouldn't have done that. Period. And I don't think he deserved he to get him to lose his life. But I think he should have gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? But it was just his reaction. Um, it's just sad situation. Because the son he has to live with taking another man's life. And
But here's the deal. He went and punched somebody he didn't even know.
yeah, that's the man. Oh my! Like I said, I don't know what community he from. When the people hear the word Chicago, I'm just like everybody else. You think the worst. Like everybody, on that type of time and super negative. He's a gang member or something like that. It's just the perception Chicago has over them,
Hmm.
and to see him do that, like I said, who raised him? I don't know. Was he just having a bad day or what's the situation? You know what I mean? And like I said, it didn't end too good for him, and it's sad. Like the son, I feel bad for him. Mom's same way. She didn't deserve that. I don't care what she said or how she said it. People talk crazy all the time. You can't just walk around putting your hands on them.
Yeah,
And
but from what I saw, she wasn't talking crazy.
okay, so he still was out of pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that even makes it even worse.
Yeah, because she told her son to get in the car. And he said, get in the car. Say something to me one more time. One more time. I swear on my grandmother.
Yeah, I heard the granny thing on my grandma, right? When she said something.
Yeah.
I was like, what did she say? Do you recall what she said, or did you get a whiff of what she said?
She said something, and I mean, I can replay it, but
Nah, cause I seen the video. I was trying to see what she was saying. It was like, I don't know, maybe I was just overwhelmed by him saying if, on his grandmama, putting on his grandmama, and yeah, that's it's just wild.
yeah,
It's just wild. It's just a cold situation, and well, at least she's free. You know what I mean? They don't got to worry about no charges and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But same time though, it's gonna be very dangerous for them. You know what I mean? To still be in that. I don't know their situation, but you know, the Chicago people, they don't play. I don't know his background, if he's a member, his loved ones. They might feel a type of way, and might try to do some retaliation. If I was her and her son, I would relocate, just for their own safety, because you don't know what type of timing other people are on. And see, he lost his life for not knowing the type of timing they was on.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So all y'all out there,
I figured.
don't put your hands on those strangers, and because you never know what they got waiting.
Yeah, yeah.
They gave it to him. Yeah. So the son, he was the actor, and he was a scholar, right?
Oh, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, they were saying. I just heard through the grapevine that he was an actor and he's a scholar, and
Good kid.
yeah, good kid. He's in what's that, performing arts
Wow.
student? Yeah, so he's a good kid. He's not, you know one of these little
Rugged.
bad kids that's running around, just living life and just running reckless with a gun. Because that's when I first seen it, that's what it looked like. Come on, when you hear it over the headlines, Chicago mother and son arrested for murder, it just sounds all bad.
Yeah, the way they made it sound like the mothers told the son just shoot him or shoot the person for no reason. And that's what I thought. But then when the surface of the video and everything, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, did you hear the rhetoric too about she was telling him to kill the witnesses?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. Damn, oh, I heard the little chatter about him. She telling him to kill the people, the witnesses, like no witnesses or something like that.
And that was a lie.
Yeah, see, YouTube,
Oh my.
social media, people out there gossiping and don't know the facts. But yeah, that's crazy though. Yeah, man, should have
Well,
never happened.
yeah, I guess got a news report here. And this one here is about, I get those extra news that the race car driver Jimmy Johnson, had anybody heard of him?
Um, Not off top, I haven't heard of him.
Well, he committed it says Jimmy Johnson's in-laws and their 11-year-old grandson found in I don't want to say the word blank S red rum and unalived. I'm trying to say it without saying those words.
Okay.
It says that So I guess they did a murder suicide on this.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they said they found him in the home. Deceased. They just found him 2 hours ago.
Oh wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. People people not really wanting to be here anymore.
Hmm.
So I guess people don't want to be here anymore, and it is what it is.
Well, I had that experience on Friday.
What you mean?
My niece committed suicide.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did you find out the details behind it, or?
Yeah. Yeah. She went through a divorce, lost her job, and
Oh wow.
she couldn't handle the pressure. 27 years old.
Did she have babies?
No, no children.
Oh wow. That's sad. Sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
For real. That's man. That's crazy. Was she? Did she grow up with God in her life? And was she?
Yeah, she knew. Well, I hope she did. I hope she knew Lord. I mean, you don't know what the kids do after a while when they get adults.
Oh yeah. That's sad. Yeah, that's a touchy, sensitive subject right there.
It
I don't
is.
know what to say on that one.
It is.
Yeah. Hey, did you look into Kodak Black situation?
Yeah, I remember I was listening to him when we were you in the back room? No, you wasn't in the back room.
No, I wasn't. I just caught you on live and tapped in.
Yeah, we were watching him and he was going well, he turned himself in. He turned himself in. They said he was using some sort of drugs. And
Yeah, he been using some sort of drugs.
they said he took it. And that was part of his agreement for parole was for him not to be able to not to use it. So he turned himself in afterwards. But he was on live today a few hours ago. I saw him on live.
Was he sober?
Well, he sounded like he was.
Oh wow. Yeah, my little opinion on Kodak Black. I think he need to really just sit down with the people who love him and really hash it out. Fight them demons that he got going. I look at it as he got a drug problem. He needs some type of help. He needs to go in rehab and really, really mean it. You know what I mean? Like,
But you got to figure out what is the root of that for him to even turn to drugs. What is
yeah,
yeah.
because I think he came in the industry. The way he got money off drugs.
Mhm.
Because that's part of the business. Because it seemed like when people indulge in drugs and things like that, you know, their artistic side comes out a little better.
Mhm.
So it's he's probably fighting with that demon. I don't know if he probably want to stop or something, or you gotta, or his environment, the people he around, and come on, so you got to think about it. He was in a real bad situations, a few years ago, locked up. They pretty much locked him up and threw away the key as far as his career is concerned. And he got pardoned by the president. Like, that's astronomical. Nobody does that. Get that done to them, and for him to receive that pardon, he should have took that and went all the way right. You know, look at Gucci Man when he got out. You see, he was blessed to be free off of his situation. When he got out, he's straight and narrow now. You know, he don't mess around. So to see Kodak Black do that and just keep it going and keep it going, you know, some people would say he get what he deserves. You know what I mean? But like you say, you don't know what type of demons he fighting with and the root of everything. You know,
Mhm.
and I just kind of I feel for the brother. You feel me? That type thing. I really feel for him because he was on live looking bad, and then a few days later, get called out on cashing in that warrant.
Mhm.
So, it's a step in a good. It's a good step in a good direction for him to, turn that warrant in because he had that warrant for a long time. But still, he got to. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna end well for him. Because them prior charges, that'll come back to bite you in the ASS. In courts. They might just lock him up and throw away the key this time.
Yeah. But
Yeah, but
I thought when you pardon like that, when you pardon for everything becomes clean. There's no like you don't have to go through all that. You know what I'm saying? Because he came back online.
oh yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm not too sure about that. If I just thought like if you get pardoned, that's for that case. That's thrown out. But I don't know about it's you got to think about in the legal system. Nothing really ever goes away. It's just pretty much sealed. It can be unsealed and it's still there. You know, and people got good. They, they every, Kodak Black is a public figure. People know what Kodak Black does. Especially people in the legal field. They know what's going on with him. They in the courts. They know the feds. Everybody they know what Kodak Black has done in the past. So when he get in front of that judge, and I don't think it's gonna be too good for him. I know they ain't gonna just slap him on the wrist for it. You know what I mean? Especially after you got a pardon. Come on. He was wrong. Period.
Yeah.
He
Thank
can't
you.
blame.
Cynthia.
I was gonna say he can't blame nobody but himself. I don't mean to come hard like even when I was speaking on Boosie with his situation when I was like he can't blame nobody but himself and all that stuff. I wasn't trying to be hard on him like that, but at some point, we all got to take responsibility for ourselves. We put ourselves in that predicament at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, if something bad happened to him, whether it's his life being taken or he in jail or something like that, it all he'll be in both of them places by himself. Nobody goes with him or gonna help him or none of that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have support when you're in jail, when you're in prison, but you do all that time by yourself. You know what I mean? That's why I say I think Kodak Black, he probably need to get some people around him. I'm not saying that he don't have people around him because I don't know his situation, but he needs some people that really, you know what I'm saying, put it down and like kind of save him from himself. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure he probably got some yes sirs and yes ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Some yes sir people around him that's really, you know, not really gonna tell him about himself, or save him from himself. So I just know if I had the money, I pay some people, to save me from myself if I was.
Everybody, can I tell you something, Mike? Everybody always say what they coulda, shoulda, would do until they get into that situation. They don't do anything. So there's a situation in your life right now that people probably making judgment and saying that you should do this and you have not done it. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I try not to do certain things because when we get in certain things, we don't see it. We're always looking in from the outside looking in. And we know the perfect answers to everything. That's the way we are as human beings.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts is the facts. When you're going through something, you don't see exactly what others see. And half of the time you're not willing, you don't want to hear it because you're not there.
Yeah.
That's why I say that's why all of us need to just pray and ask God to help that individual, bring in somebody in that they will hear and would hear it the right way. Because when you try and tell somebody what you do is you push them away.
Push them away, yeah.
Especially if they're not there ready for the healing,
Yeah, that's why I say too, like, but sometimes if you have them people, like people that grew up with you, like your family members, most likely are real close friends, they don't want to see you fail. So they'll take that, that push away, like it's nothing. Like you can push me away all you want, I'm still on your ASS, hey, don't, but when you have the type of money and notoriety that Kodak Black has, I'm pretty sure because the way he's spiraling crazy, he don't have them people around him.
But people that has money, a lot of people sees them with a God complex, meaning that they worship them because they want to be around money, they want to be around what they have, and they become complacent to a lot of things because they still want to be in that environment with that person, so they let a lot of things slide. A lot of things goes past them, and they just deal with it because they want to be in that limelight. They want to be in the presence of that person, so they don't.
That's true.
Just brush a lot of things under the rug.
That's true. He needs the good old slap upside the head. Like, boy, if you don't knock it off.
But who's willing to do that if you want to be around him because of what he got?
Yeah. Especially this day and age, everybody want that clout. They're not giving up that, and that's why I say, man, I could just imagine going from 0 to 100 real fast, and you don't want to leave that 100. You want to just stay. I mean, you don't want to leave that 100. You just want to stay there. You don't want to come back down. So that's how I look at his situation, And yeah, he need a lot of prayer. As I say, he need an intervention, straight up. He need his loved ones, and I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I cannot see the chat.
Lady in Florida who killed the mom. He said the lady in Florida who killed the mom, they dropped the charges. I don't know anything about that case.
No, I don't either. That's crazy. Where's Dom at?
Working.
Oh, he's working. Okay, that's good.
He's working. I heard a couple of people doing the insult.
What do you mean?
The insult of us. Well, you was against him because I don't choose a side because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happened, and I refuse to go on that bandwagon of beating up somebody when they're down. That's just not me.
Yeah. Yeah. You kind of lost me with that one, Sylvia. What are you talking about?
No, it's just some people did not pleased with what I'm saying about because I'm just that type of person. That's all there is to it. I
What
try.
people was on you about the situation?
Yeah, because I refuse to jump on a bandwagon and saying that somebody did something and I don't know the facts. I don't know. I was not there. The man was not convicted of it, so I can't speak on something that I don't know. And I can't pick a side. I'm not picking a side because that's not my MO.
Well, you got to think about it. We on YouTube, and everybody got an opinion.
Amen.
So
Amen.
so 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 when you don't reciprocate what everybody else is feeling, they might feel a type of way.
Yeah,
So you can't do nothing but be Sylvia.
exactly. Thank you, Mike.
For real, for real. And your personality and the way you come off and do your thing, that's why you got everybody tuning in.
Yeah.
So them haters, as you would say, it don't even phase you. You know what I mean? The real ones rock with you. You feel me? That's all you got to worry about.
Amen.
Like I seen people on Dom talking about him. Oh, he's lying and he's all this. I was listening and watching stuff. I might have not said nothing, but I was just like, bro, people just own him because of his personality, the way he act. Because he's like nonchalant. He ain't all super aggressive. You know, he speak proper. He doing his thing. You know, he's real respectful and he's mild mannered. So people, the little aggressors is out there just lurking, just waiting to poke it, poke at the bear, poke at the bear.
Yeah.
And I was seeing him get frustrated, just like all of the things. That's why I say y'all a good team because you kind of keep him. I ain't gonna say in his place, but you kind of keep him grounded with him as far as the comments. Like, hey, don't trip off that. Don't. It's bigger fish to fry, and he was catching on, but he still be
And
putting
then
his eyes on
he was
everybody.
hungry. He was hungry too. You gotta give him a little bit leeway. He was hungry. He
He
did.
was hungry.
He was hungry.
Yeah,
He was hungry.
yeah,
For real, he was.
yeah. Well, he was shit. I mean, he was. Y'all had a marathon on here.
Man, yes, we did. We did that. We did that thing, man. My back, everything.
Oh my God! Like you stayed in that chair for I don't know how long.
Hours.
Oh my God! You had everybody in here, haters and all, everybody, all the spectators, all the big time YouTubers, little guys, everybody sitting on the edge of their chair.
Waiting, and then they go and put out on their page what they heard from here.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I'm like, y'all was talking about like ATMZ, everybody else not out here. I'm like, why would they have somebody out there and y'all out there? If you think about it from a business point.
Hey, yeah, they don't have to pay the money to pay somebody to go out there.
Hey, but you know what was kind of egging me a little bit though?
What?
I didn't have no control over. Y'all was doing y'all thing. But Dom, when he with the camera, and you was like, turn it around, and he was like just holding it to his face. I'm like, bro, turn it around. You missing the money shot. And then he didn't want to say nothing to him. I'm like, oh, but he's not experienced like that. So I was just like, if he would have just, maybe because he was in there, with Spiffy. He
Yeah,
was in there. He was chopping. All he had to do was just say something. Spiffy. I'm sure he would have been like, oh yeah, that's he don't. They looking out for you. They got the world watching you.
but you know what I like? I like about his people. His people was very because they were sending me messages on IG and stuff like that. They were thanking me because they had an opportunity to be able to see what's happening to him,
Yeah.
and they were not there. So it was and then we were fair. We weren't bashing him. We weren't trying to dog him out. We just was showing what was going on, and that was much appreciative. And
To be real, it looks like y'all was like yeah, like he had y'all out there.
And the funny thing is, I don't know him, and I mean, I really don't know him. I don't know him at all. I don't listen to that kind of music at all. But I've been trying to, show the fairness. And here's the thing with what's going on, Mike. People have this short attention span. They only watch a certain amount of certain things. They don't stay to the longevity of the action. You know what I'm saying? They don't, because they think it's like, okay, it's like when somebody passes away. The family is grieving. Nobody comes back to the family after the funeral. You get what I mean? They just there for that funeral, and then they forget all about the family, but they don't understand the family's still in pain. The family still got to go through the grieving process, and nobody's there for them. Nobody even checks on them.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
that's what we were trying to do, check on him throughout the whole process, and everybody wanted to do that big old pop. Okay, he coming out, we can see him out.
Yeah.
What about the whole, like, us waiting and finding
Yeah.
out what happened?
The before and after.
Yeah.
The
They
things
were,
leading up to it, the after, what happens after. Okay, he gets out. Now what happens? People don't look past that. Him getting out, like you saying.
yeah.
And trust me, everybody appreciated it. The people in the comments who didn't like it, all the people rushing and, hey, what are you doing? What's taking so long? Get to this, get to that. Come on, everybody. We all appreciate that. From the bad people, they tune in and tapped in for a reason.
Yeah.
They want to see something.
And
You know?
you know what I like about what he did? Like, even though I know, and probably he cried on his pillow, he had a whole bunch of things going on, but people will not allow him to be him, be real. And so he has to put on that face. He has to put on that face. Everything is okay. And I know it hurt to have your name scattered and people just wishing all the negativity on you. I know it hurt because he mentioned something about it. Because if it didn't hurt, he wouldn't mention about it. And people forget that this man is a man. He's not just Boosie. He's a human being.
Yeah.
He's a human being. And the sad thing, we as a people, we don't care about each other that much.
No, times have changed.
We don't. We don't care about people. We care if they could entertain us. Bump them, the bump that they're going through. And that's why a lot of people, and I'm bringing back with my niece, a lot of people commit suicide because they feel there's nobody out there for them. Nobody cares. And I'm upset with her because she did not call me, Mike. She did not call me because she know if she called Auntie Sylvia, I would have been down there, boom, right? No, she don't want to call me. Because that's why I know she really wanted to do it. Because if she would have called me, things would not turn out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. It's just cold situation. I'm be real. I'm cat got my tongue on that one.
Oh, they said the charges on that lady was dropped. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Oh, what to say on that one? I think I'm gonna look into that one.
Mike, I'm sorry, I'm back. I had a call.
Oh no, it's cool. I was trying to research the lady you was talking about.
Yeah, they said the old lady. They said the old lady in Florida that killed a woman. Remember the one you said that knocked on the door?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, so that was Florida.
Hello.
Oh, wow, that's the one I was talking about. Oh wow, I thought that was Texas or something like that. That was Florida. That's a shame right there. How biased the justice system is. Oh my God, that's sad. Yeah, I can't believe that. What they arrest her for? If they was just gonna let her out, that's crazy. And I think she had like 4 or 5 kids too. Let me look at this a little bit more. That's crazy.
Okay, so she's in Florida.
So that you saying that that's the one where the lady shot the white lady shot the black lady through the door?
That's what Kia is saying. It was in Florida, right, Kia?
Let me look at the chat too.
They said it dropped the charges.
Wow. I was just saying, like, why did they arrest her if they knew they was gonna drop the charges? I guess because the outcry from the community, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And I think that lady had like 4 or 5 kids too. I think she had 5. I want to say. Let me look into this a little bit more. That's crazy. Damn, she ain't get no type of accountability for that. I wonder if she-
What was her name on Kia? Because I don't see it. I thought it was Maryland. That was in Maryland. That's not the Florida one. It was Maryland, the one that the lady got shot in her face. That was Maryland.
I'm gonna try to figure. That's crazy because I was really into that one. Watched the whole thing in detail and all that stuff. It's been about a week or so. So I ain't really up on it like that. I'm about to check it out. Right?
They said it was you're right. It was on Florida. They said it was insufficient evidence for murder charges against women who shoot. Yeah. They said it was insufficient evidence.
And you know where I seen that at on. You ever watch Indisputable?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I seen it at.
They said it was insufficient evidence. They dropped it. She's right. But I don't see anything where it's at. What state is it? It's in Ocala. It is Florida. Yep.
Oh wow. So I guess that's the stand your ground rule came into play. Well, how could you stand your ground if you behind the door? I'm telling you, they just do black folks wrong in this country. We don't get no type of justice. I was a mother of 4 or 5 or something like that, and for her not to receive no type of justice, so we could just shoot people that come to our door and just threaten us now. It's okay. I bet you if the roles was reversed
Mm-hmm.
and there was a white woman who got shot by a black woman through the door, she'd have been under the jail cell right now.
Yeah, you're right. Yep, they dropped the charges. They dropped it. They said there was not enough evidence.
Wow, that's sad. See, that's where that Florida, that stand your ground law come into play. That's like, it's just, I get we got to protect ourselves, and you can't ask for the amount of retaliation that a person gonna give you for you hurting them. But in that situation, she was just knocking at the door. I'm pretty sure she wasn't knocking lightly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they probably looking at. Angry black woman. You know how America is with that.
Mm-hmm.
So they was like angry black woman knocking at a poor helpless white lady house at her door. So
Mm-hmm.
she deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
And the cold part is, it's just now coming back to me. The white lady, she was harassing the kids. She threw a skate at one of the kids' head.
Yeah.
I remember this now. She threw a skate at one, so that's child abuse right there. She didn't get arrested for that.
Mm-hmm.
And they said months, if not a year or something like that. She been antagonizing the kids and threatening them. She one of them people don't want you on the kids to play outside. They too loud. They too this. They too that. They too black. So she wasn't having it. But when she hit one of the kids, the mom went over there to confront her, and that's when she deleted her. And it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad, truly.
Mm.
Hey Sylvia, can I ask you a question? Serious question.
Sure.
Do we have any black leaders like we used to back in the days?
No. No. To answer your question, absolutely not.
We don't have nobody to stand up for us, huh?
No.
Like we used to have the Reverend Jesse Jacksons and Al Sharptons and a whole bunch of other people names that I don't know right now, can't recall. But we had some type of representation, not just Ben Crump, the lawyers trying to get a bag out of it. I'm talking about just people just when stuff don't seem right, there's accountability.
Perspective.
Or
Perspective said no, but Farrakhan's old. They're not.
yeah,
Marissa Islam.
and Farrakhan don't come out like that. He might do a speech or something like that, but he don't call them for accountability. First of all, they don't. America, the powers that be, they don't like Farrakhan. He's all the way black and black and black and black and black and black. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about as far as what he represents.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't like that. They don't like him. But I'm talking about the leaders that was right along beside the presidents and and the vice presidents and work with the people inside the White House and the people that run this country, the Senate and all that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that representation like we used to back in the days. Yeah, we got Ben Crump. He doing his lawyer thing. He represent. He hit him in the pockets. But when it comes to your civil rights and all that, we don't got no good representation. I don't think at all now. It's like, where did it go?
Yeah.
Anybody in the chat, where did it go? Because that woman lost kids and everything, and now I don't see no justice in that, letting that go. They didn't even charge her with manslaughter, nothing, no firing a gun and nothing, in the city limits and none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Guess her life was worthless to the justice system. And I hate to say it like that, but that's how they think. She said, "Risen Islam." Yeah, like you saying, all the people who represent Islam, but in America, Islam is not. They didn't taint it. They didn't taint it, that religion a lot in America. So the average American, when they hear the word Islam, if you're not part of the black community, you are if you're not from the Middle East or something like that, they don't look at that too good. The average what do you say? Oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? Patriot. The average patriot doesn't look highly of Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was a race crime. However they want to serve it, it was a race crime. And like she was she threw something at the kid, actually hit the kid. She didn't get charged for that. They could have found her on a lesser crime for that.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Assault.
Yeah, simple assault or anything. They didn't on a minor. Them was little kids. That's sad. And I recall the case. It wasn't. It was little kids,
Yeah.
not no big kids. Little kids. So that's sad. Well, all right, Sylvia. I'm up out of here.
Thank
Hey,
you, Vic, for being my co-host.
no problem. You know what I'm saying? I tap in when I can. I be listening to you all the time. It's just I can't. I be want to chime in so bad on. I don't want to intrude too much.
Yeah, well, tomorrow I have the attorney on tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow
Okay.
evening. Yeah.
And if you need me, I'm Instagram,
All
Big
right.
Mike on YouTube. You know what it is.
I know what it is.
Hey, I appreciate everybody on the chat too for
And thank you,
staying
Mike.
in.
Appreciate you.
See y'all on the next one.
All right.
I'm
All
out of
right.
here. Peace.
Okay. See you later.
All right.
All right. Okay, everybody. Everybody. Okay. I will talk to you later. I will have some news for you guys. Steph, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is. It's definitely Miss Natural Nuance. Yeah, it's not. Definitely. Definitely. Where are my New Orleans folks in the chat? Where are you guys at? You guys, where you guys at? I might be seeing y'all this weekend. I might be seeing y'all. I might be seeing y'all. I might be seeing y'all this weekend. I might be seeing y'all. We're gonna make this happen for me. Right? We gotta make this happen. Tap in on my New Orleans folks. Oh, you're welcome, Steph. Tap in all my New Orleans folks. Put a 1 in the chat. If you're in the chat, put a 1. Put a 1. You're not in here tonight. Should I wait till tomorrow to do when I do my live? Ah, she's here. Are you gonna be at Essence? Are you gonna be at Essence? Are you going to be at Essence? Are you going to be at Essence? Please enjoy yourself at the Essence Fest. I, I'm trying to make it happen, Miss Natural. Miss Naturally. I'm trying to make it happen. Trying to make it happen. Call it into existence. Oh gosh, I'm so tired. So tired. So tired. I will be careful. I will be careful. I definitely will be careful. Thank you. No French for us, please. No French? Ooh, no French quarters? No. She said no French quarters, please. Okay. Is it super hot down there right now? Because I heard it's super hot. The kind of heat that's in New Orleans is ridiculous, and it smells so bad with the vomit and stuff. Ugh. Oh, they do? Okay, Bam, I will do that. Hold on a second. All right, my good darling people, I'm about to hit the road, get off this live, I'm going to the gym tonight. I will see you guys later. Have a good night. Bye.